that is my inspiration piece made by Dragana from Sisibo. It is a fabric cover. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is again all fabric sewn. She does a great job. I'll link her Etsy shop below. Nice and clean. It's gray and blue. I'm going for blue, cream, and gold kind of theme here. These are the papers for the journal. They are Victorian blue from Carolyn Musings. She also has a great Etsy shop as well as her coffee website. And I enjoy journaling, so I do like lots of journaling pages. All these papers are printed on a plain or shimmer cardstock, about 65 pounds. And I enjoy all the music notes, the butterflies, the colors. They go so well together. And you hear these beautiful little birds and flowers. The graphics make it look like they're popping out of the page. And again, more journaling spots. Just a beautiful, this is the Victorian blue kit, if I haven't mentioned that already. And this next page, it printed out smaller than normal, but that's all right. It'll make a great effect in the journal. We'll just cut it out and it won't take away anything from that page. I like this flower right here, and then to the right has the full hardware on it. I really enjoy these graphics. And then here you are with more music notes and the beautiful flowers. That looks like a brooch or something. And here's another collage page. Add all your secrets here in this journal. I enjoy this page as well. You can use this as a Bible study journal. Just a nice inspiration journal. And I love the shimmer cardstock. It gives a great effect to all the journals I make. And then another, here comes the orange. And then this is a very light blue butterfly. Very beautiful. And this blue just pops out of the page. It looks better in person than on video. And here's some green added to this collage page. And then here the ephemera, and all the ephemera is the same as printed on cardstock. I do have the envelopes on regular printer paper. And you're also going to see some of the backings I added. So this is, the fussy cuts. And the backing right here is from a spring freebie that Caroline offered on her coffee shop. And there's some bookmarks. I don't know what happened to that printing, but that's all right. And then here's the beautiful waterfall. I enjoy just the different elements to junk journaling. And that backing paper is from His Comforting Grace. And here you are with the tags. I do like the tags as well. And another page from His Comforting Grace. They go very well together. You could actually make a 4 or 5 signature journal with this Victorian blue and His Comforting Grace together. It'll go very well. And then this is another freebie offered on Caroline's coffee shop, and it's a letter from the bookmaker. That's for the recipients. And then some beautiful tags. I like the arch. And I don't know what happened with the printing here, but that's all right. We'll ink that up. And here are the pockets. We'll cut out that oval. And then more pockets. So we can add all our fun tags and bookmarks. And here's a secondary page of the bookmarks on a different gold or cream cardstock. And again, this is from Sasibo, from Dragana. She puts together these beautiful fabric bundle kits on Etsy, and I really enjoy the colors. She has all different kinds, and this right here is going to be the cover. It's like a thicker fabric. I really do enjoy the color scheme. She has a beautiful eye for fashion. Go check her out. She's very fun, mixed media artist, makes a lot of different items. I really like these geometrical shapes. And this color scheme, oh, this is my favorite fabric right here. It's that blue and the brown, just looks almost like a firework. And then just nice black fabric. There's see-through. This color scheme is more of a gold, a brown with black, a little bit of cream, and black lace. And then just, again, small fabric scraps. You could add to tags, to pages, if you like to slow stitch, anything of that nature. These are more thick fabrics. I really like this beautiful gold one. Very eye-catching. Nice cream. And some black lace and some gold ribbon. Another cream lace. And a nice cream doily. And then my favorite, I don't know about you ladies, I love making charms. So there's beads in here, there's some bulb pins, and she also included some buttons. And the same scheme, like black, natural wood, white, cream. Little purse there. And then I went into my stash, and what I grabbed were something blue. So nice blue, beautiful beads. I love sparkly things, if you can't tell. And then I grabbed some buttons from my son's shirt. And that's the fabric bundle. Alright, I'm gonna speed this up. So here are the pages. I took them to my sewing machine and sewed some edging on it. In the ephemera, I cut them out. Some of them I did border with, again, sewn around it. And just some journal note cards in the pockets. Fussy cuts and little nameplate that we can add. And then tags, I added the ribbon, and they have eyelets in them. I try to include, the brown and the gold, blue. And then here is my fabric cover. So, and I want to do a pocket there with a little bit of acetate and lace. And here are some extra pages I printed off of vellum, and then I'm going to make an envelope out of that one. And here's scraps. Scraps can be used to make charms, to add to collage. These are just scraps from the edging that I cut off. And there's the waterfall, nice little notepad, and then another envelope. So what we're gonna start with, and these are the leftover fabrics, so I'm just showing what's left over, and I can make a different journal with that. And that's from my stash, those little flowers. Really like that combo. I really enjoy that. Alright, so what we're gonna start on now are gonna be some homemade charms, and I learned this technique again from Dragana at Sasibo. And this is just some varnish and a little sponge, a small piece of acetate, and cardstock. And that's just for my pens right there. But I will take a small hole punch, and I will cut out these little circles, and these are going to be like the fronts and the back of the charms that we're going to make. I really enjoy this. It's a really easy technique, and it takes a little bit of time drying for the acetate, but again, I'm using my scraps, and there's some extra cardstock that I just have left over. Go a little crazy. I like to do 4 layers, as Dragana explains in her video. She does 4 layers. You can do 3, but remember, the more layers, the more sturdy it is. But you don't want too many, because again, it is a paper craft. I like it because even my kids told me they look like little coins. So I'm just going through the scraps to see what I want on the other side. Take that decorative paper. And here I just start gluing, and again I did cut too many circles, but that's alright. Alright, so here I glued again 4 layers. I just used the glitter glue, and I'm using my crocodile in the smallest, I believe it's 1/16, to make a hole at the top. Not too close, but enough to have a little bit of substance. And here I pour the varnish and just again take my brush. That's just a styrofoam brush, foam brush, and I take a little pen and I prop it up against the cardboard so that it can dry. And we're only gonna make 3 today. But very simple technique. In Dragana's video, she puts a gilding wax. I don't have any gilding wax. I have more, not a powder, but it's kind of sloppy, so I didn't use it. And this is just what I use, a little styrofoam. It's from Dollar Tree. I just stick it in there to hang all my charms. It's a nice, easy, and cheap way to store them. And here are from 2 different kits from Carolyn. One is from the Spring Forward. These are just different words. And then the other one is from a freebie that I believe she gave out in either March or April on her coffee shop. She has a lot of great digitals, and I'm just trying to decide what I'm cutting out. And I believe I have Bloom, and I don't know which other ones that I chose for those charms, but I print those out on a sticker paper and just I ink them. And then you're gonna see that I just add a little bit of glue, and then I add it on to the charm. Give it a little bit of definition. And there are all the charms. And if you have to add a little bit of more varnish on there, it doesn't give it as much of a gloss as I would like, but it still protects it. And again, just going over that. Alright, and here I have those tags. I inked them up with the blue. I think it's like something corral. And then I just grabbed some flower rolls with script, as well as some butterfly with postal. And that is the vintage ink. And then here is the fabric cover. Now, I saw this from Carolyn Musings and Vanessa. She actually made a pocket on the cover with acetate and lace, and I thought it was genius. And I wanted to mimic that here because that fabric is beautiful with the blue and the brown. Looks like a firework. And I'm using Fabri-Tac, very simple. And In case you're wondering, for the actual fabric cover, I did use a small thin, not cereal box, but like, you know, a box with food, as well as some cotton batting, and then I placed the fabric over, and yeah, I just simply added it that, so it's a nice soft. And that lace is white, but the trim around it is cream, and you can barely tell. And I think that's just a gorgeous add. I wanted to do that before I added the signatures. And here I just made a envelope out of printer paper. And this one I wanted to keep as simple as possible, only because there wasn't a business size or letter size envelope in this kit. I used one of the papers and didn't want to waste too much ink, so no backing, just inking it here. Again, just nice stencil, and I'm looking at one of those junk mails that comes into, you know, to your home for a reference. So I do make mistakes, but hey, that's what it is, right? It's handmade. So, yeah. Just trying to get it even as possible. And then I realized, like, oh, shouldn't have made the crease there. Wanted to cover all the corners. Use a nice little bone folder. The pretty butterflies on the front. So cut that off, trim it. Yep, it'll get flat eventually. It's laying in the journal. And that's just the antique linen. Just go around the edges because it is a white paper, so it looks really good. The antique linen, it's very faint and light. This always adds to your journals. Okay, so here we have me measuring out the closure, and this is just a leaf. It's for a bracelet or necklace. I thought it would be fitting for this journal, and I'm just measuring the center, sewing it in place, making sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And then for good measure, oh, here we are, adding the eyelet. And it's going to be held by a string. There we are with the fabric tag to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Then I'm going to sew in the signatures. I'm just using a wax a wax string or thread, using these bulldog pins to hold it in place. And I had to trim down my envelope to fit into the notebook or journal. I'm just making sure this gets a little tedious, but using just a standard 3-hole punch here. Making sure everything goes through nice and even. And I do use the pliers if it gets too hard. And the trick is to make sure that the strings are on each side of each other when you have them in the center before you tie the knot. Here's the second signature. I do have decorative brads on the spine, so I'm making sure that the strings are going around that just fine and not blocking it. And I know I'm a little bit out of view, but it's hard to sew in signatures sometimes. We hit that center in view. There it is. Nice and even. All right, then you can remove those clips. And again, nice and knotted. And for the second signature, I will have some dangling at the bottom. Just adding the glue to the envelope. And here for the closure, I love beads, so have all my little beads that I'm gonna add in there. And again, some are from my stash, some are from Dragana from the fabric bundle. threading those in, making sure they all look good together. And then I just thread it into the eyelet. Make sure that's nice and tight and secure. I want to have a knot in there for the smaller bead. The center beads have a large hole where that one doesn't. And I'm adding my butterfly cross charm. It's a beautiful baby blue butterfly. Make sure, and then for good measure, I'm going to have that cross. And now it's time to decorate. So the ribbon dangle, apparently I was not recording when I made it. So if that's something you'd like to see, drop a comment below. It does have beads on it and 3 charms. There's that beautiful pocket, and there is the paper token that we made. And I added a charm on it, just with a ball pin, and pinned it to the lace. It's like I said, I enjoy writing in my journal, so there is a lot of writing space. I will have a wax seal on that eventually. And if you enjoy this, let me know. We will continue, my husband and I, we will continue with the channel. Thank you for my returning subscribers and to all new subscribers. Let me know what you'd like to see. Again, this is a Victorian blue from Carolyn Musing's Etsy shop. Go check her out. She has a one-way journals on Facebook, and the fabric that was used in the cover was from Dragana at Sasibo. She also has a great YouTube channel at Sasibo, Saacibo, and she's a very creative mixed media artist that I've learned a lot from. And I want to just say thank you and God bless you.